What a headshot! What a head!
How's it guys, this is Dayvy, FPL, and welcome back to the Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now in this video, I'll be taking you through my transfer plan for the upcoming blank game week 29. So yes, that's right, the transfer plan will be because I'm not using the free hit in game week 29, and therefore I'm looking to take a -4 to get a full starting 11. So trigger warning, I've seen there's quite a big debate over on Twitter at the moment. Free hitting in game week 29 versus not, it seems like a war, I don't know why. I'm just doing the strategy I think my team suits the best. So please don't start kind of comment wars down below. These videos are a safe space for any chip strategy and everyone's welcome. But getting back to this video, I'm going to be going over a quick review of how double game week 28 is going. Not every game has concluded, but in the team selection late in the week, I'll give you guys the updated overall rank, but currently it's looking pretty good. Then to end off the video, I'm going to show you guys what transfers I want to make to get a full starting 11 and what that starting 11 looks like. So if that's something you guys are interested in, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. So going over a quick review of how the double is going in game week 28. Not every game has happened. We still have the game tonight, Chelsea vs Newcastle. I don't own Cole Palmer, so fingers crossed he doesn't go massive. And the biggest game of the game week is going to be coming up on Wednesday, and that's Luton vs Bournemouth. So with those two games still to be played, we're currently on a green arrow. I'm currently on 41 points, -8. So yes, we are on a green arrow with the -8 hit. So that's simply because this week, the big hitters haven't gone that massive, and then our differentials have actually come in clutch. So we're currently sitting with a green arrow to 47k. So I'm expecting that to go down. As mentioned, I don't own Cole Palmer, but with the -8 hit, I'll even take a small red. So let me know in the comments down below, how's your game week going? Is it a green arrow? Is it a red arrow? And how many players do you still have to feature? Now in terms of our transfer plan for next game week, I've got one free transfer and 12.2 left in the bank. That's right, I've downgraded all my premiums. So a massive upgrade can be made if we need it, but I'm pretty sure you guys, even if you're on the free hit, you would have seen that your free hit draft probably has a lot of money in the bank. So let's get on to the team review and showcase where that 41 points came from. None of it from our bench. We've got Dubravka vs Chelsea, Bailey with only 2 points. Pedro Porro ever came back and got a clean sheet on the first game back from injury. A little bit of a surprise there as it was against Aston Villa. Then the final player, Pau Torres, he actually did feature in this game, but he conceded 4 goals, and therefore is on 0 points. So the biggest thing for us was both Pedro Porro and Pau Torres playing a full 90 minutes, just showcase that they are back from their injuries and should be fine for blank game week 29. Now let's see if Dubravka actually outperforms Areola, because he had a pretty disappointing game, conceded 2 goals to Burnley but racked up a save point, and therefore ending on 2. So should I have actually gone for Neto for a -4 hit? Well, now it actually looks quite positive. I think Neto is currently on 3 points with 1 game still to be played, so you could have paid that -4 off in 1 game week. But we took a chance on West Ham and Areola as a whole. Unfortunately, they were quite disappointing, and let's see what Newcastle do tonight. Then one of our transfers in was going to be Doherty, who only racked up 2 points. Pretty kind of disappointing game against Crystal Palace, but at least he only conceded 1. And he still has the Bournemouth away game still to come. So nothing will make me happier than a Doherty clean sheet or Doherty actually getting some points. An attacking return to wipe out that Bournemouth clean sheet will be quite appreciated. So let's see what Doherty has in store for us, but I'm not expecting much. Really reliant on those attacking returns. Then I've got the double up in the Arsenal defense, who decided to concede against Brentford. I should have considered that Ramsdale would be between the sticks with Raya only on loan, as that mistake wiped out the clean sheet. So unfortunately, Saliba and Gabriel both ended up with only 2 and 1 points. Gabriel racked up a yellow card in that fixture, and therefore got the -1. But as you guys can see, our defensive department was pretty terrible. Let's see if Doherty can rebound in that second game. Now midfield department luckily went slightly better. Our differential Garnacho might actually be the saviour of game week 28, as he got 2 assists for those 2 penalties won. So he actually had a few chances or big chances in this fixture, and that's why he got no bonus points, because of those big chances missed. So I would have really loved if he conceded one of those big chances or got some bonus points, as Bruno Fernandes ended up on 11. But still, at his kind of low ownership, might have saved our game week, who would have thought? Then Saka, unfortunately against Brentford, had a pretty quiet game overall. Thought Arsenal were a little bit lucky to win that fixture at the end, and Saka wasn't involved with either of the 2 goals. Then next up, another transfer in this week. I decided to take a punt. I went for Foden out for Bowen. Foden blanked, but so did Bowen. So therefore those 2 players kind of matched each other, but we still stuck with that -4. At least Jared Bowen has a fixture next week, so I decided to kind of do this move against Burnley. Give him maybe 1 more game week to return the hit, but that wasn't the case. Let's hope that he can hopefully do something next game week to wipe out that -4. Then the star of the game week, Heung-min Son, ended up I think with 2 assists and 1 goal, and a massive 17 points after 3 bonus points. So what did we say in the team selection last week? Son could do well, and I was expecting a few goals, but a 17-pointer was quite unexpected. But I think the savior of most people's game weeks was going to be Son, and therefore I'm glad we brought him in a few game weeks ago. So our midfield department kind of had Son and Garnacho doing the work. Unfortunately, Bowen, our transfer in, ended up blanking, and I thought he would do quite well against Burnley. Now forward department also gets a little bit spicy. The first player, Dom Solanke, started this fixture, missed a penalty, and therefore ends on 0 points. So that Haaland triple captaincy a few game weeks ago is actually looking pretty strong. But don't worry, if you guys did triple captain Solanke, he has 1 game left, and luckily it's against Luton at home. So let's see if Dom Solanke can kind of rebound, get you a few goals or attacking returns. All he has to do is beat 10 points. Now his effective ownership is actually under 200%, so if you guys did captain him, don't worry, you still will get some gains, although they might be quite small this game week. Then unfortunately, Ollie Watkins ended up blanking against Spurs, a little bit tough, going 2-0 down and then losing a man. And after that, I wasn't expecting too much attacking threat. Now I do expect Aston Villa to kind of rebound in game week 29, so let's see what Ollie Watkins does. Now the last transfer we did, and the most controversial one, was going to be Morris in for Erling Haaland, so yes, that's why I have so much money left in the bank. A very kind of big downgrade to be honest, but Morris actually is currently matching Haaland. So yes, Haaland blanked against that Liverpool side as expected, so let's hope that Morris wipes out that Bournemouth clean sheet. Literally nothing will make me happier on Wednesday than a Morris goal, Doherty assist, wiping out that Bournemouth clean sheet. So fingers crossed that actually happens. Now if that was to happen, I think Morris is still a massive differential that'll basically secure the green arrow. So as said, fingers crossed that happens. So that's where the 41 points came from, but with the -8, would have really loved if Bowen ended up returning, or at least Morris does. But at least we're still on a green arrow to 47k. So in the comments down below, how's your game week going? Is it a green arrow? Is it a red arrow? And how many players do you guys still have to feature? Now before we go over the transfer plan and the planned -4 or 2 transfers, I want to showcase how the team is currently looking. So first things first, yet again I'm not using the Fiat. I've managed to navigate with a few hits to get a full starting 11, so that's what I'm really rocking with. So kind of getting a full starting 11 with only 4 fixtures is mighty tough, and that's why the bench is completely blank. So Dubravka has no fixture, then the Arsenal triple up of Saka, Saliba and Gabriel also blank. And then I've got 2 options currently for 9 players, and that's going to be Garnacho and Solanke. So these 2 players will probably be on the way out to get a full starting 11, so let's see what players I currently have. So starting on goal, I've got Areola against Aston Villa at home. Am I expecting a clean sheet here? Probably not, but I can't really foresee too many clean sheets in blank game week 29. Then our back 3, it's going to be Pedro Porro, Doherty and finally Pau Torres. Fingers crossed all these 3 assets stay injury free. Now Aston Villa and West Ham both have games on Thursday in the European competitions, so I really hope there's no injuries coming from those games. So defensive department currently is the only full position, as with Garnacho and Solanke blanking. Now midfield department currently is Bailey, Bowen as well as Heung-min Son with the Kamsi armband. I just think Spurs are in great attacking form and I can trust Son. Now this might switch around come that game week 29 deadline, but currently I think Son's probably the popular option, but I could see it going on one of my forwards. So currently Ollie Watkins and Morris are the only 2 forwards that I have at the moment, so let's hope there's some goals in that Aston Villa vs West Ham game. Then in terms of Morris, they play Wednesday, let's hope that they're all fit for the weekend, and let's hope against Nottingham Forest he continues his Hattie trend after getting one against Bournemouth. But as you guys can see, with 4 fixtures only, we have 9 players, and that's why I'm looking to take a -4 to get a full starting 11. Now if you guys are freeing, don't worry, comment it down below. I'll be showcasing my free draft if I was to use the chip coming late in the week, but I can give you guys some guidance now. Otherwise, if you guys have transfer plans or want to know if you guys should free it or not, comment it down below or my Discord server link in the description. So the transfer plan for the upcoming blank game week 29 is going to involve 2 transfers and therefore for a -4. So that'll give me a full starting 11 as long as none of my players get injured. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. So the first transfer I want to go over is going to be a forward transfer, and that's going to be for Ivan Toney. I just believe Burnley away is a great game on the cards, and then United at home in game week 30 is not too shabby, and therefore I'll probably look to take Dom Solanke out. Now there might be another forward that you guys want to go for. If there was a Nottingham Forest forward, for example, I think it's Luton and then Crystal Palace, 2 great games, but Ivan Toney and Brentford will hopefully rebound after some bad attacking form. So yes, I know that Dom Solanke has Everton at home in game week 30, but I believe the 2 fixtures outweigh him with the hit. Now if you do want to go for him in game week 31, I'll probably be wildcarding then anyways, so we can always bring Dom Solanke back then. So that's 1 transfer, therefore 10 players, so the next transfer will be a midfielder switch, and my favourite midfielder at the moment is going to be James Maddison. Not only is that Fulham away game pretty juicy, they then have Luton at home in game week 30, and James Maddison looked pretty strong against Villa. So as a replacement, I could go for Saka or I could go for Garnacho. I think both of them will probably leave my team by game week 30 anyways. So if I do want to keep Saka, I think I will take Garnacho out first. So the money in the bank will be used to upgrade the United winger to the Spurs midfielder with those two lovely fixtures. So these two transfers will give us a full starting 11 for blank game week 29. Yes, I know we've taken a few hits over the past few game weeks, but if the green arrows keep on flowing, I'll be pretty happy. Comment down below if you guys have any transfer plan dilemmas. I'll try and help you guys out. Or I'm a little bit more active on my Discord server, second link in the description. But this is basically going to wrap for the video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Please don't forget to like if you did and subscribe if you have subscribed yet. I'll be seeing you guys for way more content, the free draft and the team selection late in the week. Good luck for the games coming up in game week 28. But for the time being, I'm Dayvy FPL and I'm out. Cheers, bye.